So let's get into my hack, my trade-in hack. Now, this will save you potentially a couple $100, maybe up to $400 or $500. And this is exactly, here's the basis of what I do. Was looking for flips. So I was going to think about getting a Flip 8. But for the previous year's Flip 7, they given you $600, right? So Z Flip 8, and you can apply this to the Fold 8 or Fold 8 Ultra. Trade in, yes, Samsung device, Flip 7, $600. So they're going to give me $600 for a Flip 7, right? But I don't have a Flip 7. So why would I choose a Flip 7 and give me $600 back? Well, you go out and find a Flip 7 for the least amount of money possible to give you that $600 trade-in credit. So I want to go out anywhere and find a Flip 7 at the very smallest amount I can find possible that I'm going to have to buy it to use to trade in. Now, I want you to look at the fine print, because the best way to do it is to find a device that's kind of banged up. That's like bottom of the barrel, but it still gets through these good conditions. So you find a shitty device that you're going to pay for, $200 for, and that Samsung is going to give you $600 for. So in turn, you save $400 towards your trade-in. Now, there's very specific details here. So for one, the device has to turn on and the screen works normally. So the device has to turn on and the screen works normally. So that means, do your normal operations. Does it open up the app tray? Can you pull down the notification shade? Can you go left? Can you go right? That's normal operations. Pretty simple. Next one, activation locks are disabled. So essentially it can't be, locked to an account, or basically what it means. Charging port works and holds a charge. Now, I don't know how as long as it charges. Now, I don't think they're necessarily worried about holding a charge, because remember, there's somebody physically testing this device. When you send it in, it goes to somebody at a desk. They're not going to spend all day on a device. They're spending minutes on these devices. Does it do this? Does it do that? Is it blacklisted? No. Okay, they're good. They're not sitting there on a seeing if the battery's gonna hold for more than 2 hours. No, they have 100,000 devices that they got to check in. They're not wasting time on your device. So does it charge? Yes or no? Okay, it does. Good. Screen, body. This is very important. Screen, body, front and back, and camera lenses are free of cracks. Free of cracks. Cracks. And next one. The device is not on a banned list. Okay. Is it lost or stolen? No, it's not. You're good. So that second to the last one is what you're going to want to focus on. Is the front and back, camera lens included, cracked? Because they'll let blemishes go. So here's what you want to do. There's a handful of devices that these OLED displays where they have lines on them, or they got little black dots. Now, I'm not talking about half the screen is working and the other half is not, because I don't think that would pass. But there's, little issues here and there where there's a green line down the middle. Well, guess what? They're going to discount that heavily, whether you get it at eBay, whether you get it on Facebook Marketplace, whether you get it on Mercari, OfferUp. That's going to be sold for a bottom dollar, bottom of the barrel, right? Because something's wrong with it. I wouldn't want to use that for a normal day use. Neither would you. So there's devices out there you can find that kind of still qualify as a fine device, because even if it has a line down the screen, even if it has a black blob, not you don't want to make it out, not half the screen black and the other half is good. I'm talking about like if there's a little black dot, like on the size of this remote, right? Is there a little black dot on there, or a couple pixels are out? That's cool. But I mean, technically, I've done this on the last 3 or 4 upgrades I've done. Works every time, knock on wood. It passes because it's not technically one of these issues. It turns on and the screen works normally. Guess what? Even though it has a black dot or a green line down the center, you can still make operations. You can still call. You can still swipe up. You can still play games. So yeah, that would pass. There's no activation locks on there. Charging port works. The device is not on a banned list. It's not blacklisted. It's not lost. It's not stolen. And the most important part, the screen. It's free of cracks. It doesn't say green lines. It doesn't say our pixels out. It doesn't say, are there green lines on the screen? No, I didn't say that. It asks very specifically. The front, the back, the body, are there any cracks? Technically, there's not. Okay, you're good. So that's my little trade-in hack. Been doing it for years. Worked every single time. So that's a way to find a Flip 7 for like $200. Buy that. Make sure whatever you buy, you have a return policy just in case. But of course, there's a couple times where I'll buy one from somebody. Then they're not going to give you a return policy. But typically, eBay is probably your best bet. Go to find a Flip 7, $200. Samsung's going to give you $600 for it. So you just saved yourself $400. Because if you don't trade anything in, you're going to be paying full price. Or, okay, so let's say you're going to finance it. Well, it's better trading in a device, spending $200 up front that Samsung's going to give you $600 for. So in the end, the overall payment that you do owe, even if you finance it, you're going to be paying, I don't know, $20 a month, or I don't know, just throwing out a number. If you're going to be paying $50 a month instead of $100 a month. Because the amount that you owe is far less than just buying it outright. So little things like that you can take advantage of. And now you can apply that same theory to T-Mobile. To AT&T, to Verizon. I've been doing it for years. So never failed. And even if it does, be like, well, look, you can call them up and be like, well, look, there's no cracks. It's not on a banned list. Charging port works. You can say, oh, I've been using it as my daily driver, even though you just bought it. But they're not going to know.